Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you are looking to live in Dunwoody, Georgia, and you're looking in that $400,000 to $500,000 range, this might be the house for you, and this is definitely the video and the channel for you. So if you're new here, this is moving to North Atlanta. We cover every single city and suburb just north of Atlanta, anywhere from Midtown up to Alpharetta, and as far west as the Smyrna and Vinings area, all the way over to just a little east of where we are today in Norcross and Doraville area. So if you're looking to make a move to Atlanta, and specifically North Atlanta, you have found the right channel. We're gonna get into it right now. So as I said, if you're looking in the $400,000 to $500,000 range, that is becoming quite the challenge here in North Atlanta, but it is still possible. And this house is actually a really good example of what you can expect to get between $400,000 and $500,000. This is on the higher end, so this house is currently listed at $490,000. With today's market, though, it is very, very hot. So you can expect inventory to move very, very quickly. And by the time this video is published, this house probably will not be available anymore. But it is still a good reference point for you to say, okay, I may need to look a little further north, or if you have a bigger budget, you can go a little bit further south, closer to in-town. Whatever your goal is, that's ultimately what we're trying to provide you here, is just context for North Atlanta, everything that it has to offer, not just from a real estate perspective, but getting out into the community, showing you the commute times to the airport, to downtown, to Midtown, to Buckhead. That's really what we're all about here. So let's show you this house real quick, and then if you have any questions, concerns, you can always leave them down below. We do address and comment and reply to comments all the time as well. So excuse the slight echo in here. This is a vacant house. But hopefully this will all translate well and you'll get a good sense of what you can get here. All right, so just a quick peek out to the neighborhood here real quick. Nice little cul-de-sac here with a nice little, circle in there. But if you walk in the main door, you've got your stairs just to the left, a little hallway with a half bath right there. And then your formal dining room, you could certainly use this as an office if you wanted to. And then you have another little bedroom here, right on the back of the house. Obviously a ton of homes in this community. This is more residential. We're more on the residential side of Dunwoody than the commercialized side. But if we walk back through into the kitchen here, really nice little kitchen, completely redone. This property was actually just flipped. They purchased it late last year, came through and redid pretty much everything. So you got your refrigerator there, a little pantry here. And then in here, you got your washer dryer, which is nice to have close. You can cook dinner and, do your laundry all in the same. But I love this space right here. This is really, really nice. You could do like a little, you got your little bar stool there. You could do a little table here with 4 chairs if you wanted to, but your little living room over here with your TV over the fireplace would be really nice. And then we walk out into your 2-car garage that is front facing out to the street. And then nice sized porch here. Pretty private back here though. I mean, those homes are in this neighborhood, but on the backside, on a different street here. So if we go upstairs, I'll show you the bedrooms up here. First bedroom here, nice little closet there. This is probably the smallest of all the bedrooms. And then your second bedroom here, some of the original paneling just painted over there. And then your closet there. And you got your hallway bath here. Nice tile in there, nice granite countertops. They've done a really nice job. I love this color of the floor too. This kind of ash gray, really nice. Into the master here, you got your closet over here. And then this is pretty much the entire side of the house. So the full depth of the house here for the master. Another closet there. Another closet here. And then your bathroom here. So it's not too uncommon to see this size home, completely renovated at this point. It's very uncommon to have homes in Dunwoody that have been expanded upon where they add, square footage. Certainly it happens and it is possible. But really for this size home, you know, come in here, put some new flooring down, paint things up and replace some HVAC and roof, stuff like that. You can actually get, you know, pretty good little return on your money here. Additionally, if you're an investor and you're thinking about, you know, what could I rent this house for? You might be surprised to be able to get in here for, you know, less than $500,000 and then make this a rental to, you know, buy and hold for 5 to 10 years with as quickly as things are appreciating here. It would be a great investment, and you know, you could probably cash flow this no problem. But also you could, you know, bank on the appreciation that's going to come, because this area is really, really desirable. And we did another video kind of in the mid fives. I think it was like 530 to 550. So if you haven't checked that video out, you can click on the playlist here for Dunwoody. But you know, 2,500 to 4,500 square feet, somewhere in there. Pretty typical, 3-4 bedroom houses. You do see a couple more like newer developments popping up over here where they're, you know, taking down old homes and putting in new homes. They're just putting them much closer together. But like in this neighborhood, you still have, you know, pretty decent separation from the houses around you. And you could certainly add on to this footprint if you absolutely had to, but certainly from an investment standpoint, you know, being in Dunwoody, number one, but number two, having this square footage completely renovated is actually quite hard and quite difficult to find at this point. So now we'll take you kind of around this area, show you, you know, what you can kind of expect as far as the neighborhood and the area goes. You know, if we're looking at a map, you're kind of just between 285 and 85 to the east. So right on the edge of Dunwoody and Norcross, Dorville area, but a great location, especially if you have to be downtown or midtown. Within 15-20 minutes, you can be down there. You just hop on 285 and then down south onto 85. Great location. And we're probably about 30 minutes or so from the airport. Again, give or take, just depends on the time of day you're going and the consistent traffic that's going on around you. But you know, overall, Dunwoody is obviously one of the more desirable locations to live in here in the North Atlanta area. So again, if you ever have any questions, concerns, want to know how does Dunwoody compare to Sandy Springs or Brookhaven or any of these other locations that we've covered, always leave a comment down below. And then additionally, if you want to see a different price point, or if you're making a move to Atlanta and you're looking for, you know, what does $1 million get me in North Atlanta, I can show you all of those different suburbs as well. And we'll be covering a lot more, you know, new content here, covering all of these different cities and suburbs so that you get a real clear and precise picture of what you can expect in the neighborhoods, in the homes, but then also the surrounding community, so restaurants and parks and all the stuff that you would ultimately use to make your final real estate decision. So here is the view from the outside. Nice curb appeal to it. Okay, so there's the outside, and over here you just see, again, we're in a cul-de-sac, so you know, a lot of these homes, similar to the other video that we had here about Dunwoody in general, you know, you don't see, like you do over in Sandy Springs, a lot of one-for-one info where they tear these old houses down and build new ones. But you know, you got some really nice size homes in here. You got split level, that's what that home is there, and then you've got some typical ranches in here, 2-story ranches as well, but you know, really well maintained in here, really nice little neighborhood. And you know, if you watch the I'll make sure I leave a link down below for you know, the all about Dunwoody video, but every once in a while you will see something like this, and I think this is kind of cool to show that here within the same area, you know, you got this much newer development. Typically what happened here was, for a neighborhood this size at least, there were probably, you know, 5 to 10 homes in here that were older homes like the ones I just showed you, and they might have had, you know, 3 or 4 plots here, 5 plots, 6 plots, and one single builder came in to buy all of those homes, tore them all down, and then built, you know, these homes that are obviously significantly newer and a little bit larger, you know, traditional, you know, brick front, and then siding on all 3 sides, the right, left, and back. So, but that's why you see some of these little enclaves, if you will, that are literally just right here in this same subdivision. So anyway, but we'll show you a little more of Dunwoody here. I think I may have mentioned too, one of my favorite things about Dunwoody is it still kind of feels like a small town. You know, there is kind of the commercial district near 285 and 400, but really over here on the residential side, once you get away from, Perimeter Mall and, the commercial area where like State Farm and those areas over near the commercialized district. This is really just a huge community of smaller communities. And so it still feels like a small town. So you really have like, 2-lane roads everywhere you go. It's very, very uncommon to have a 4-lane road in Dunwoody, which can be a pain for traffic, of course, but for getting in and out of the city quickly, it's a bit of a pain, but it is nice just to kind of have a slightly lower speed, through the entire city. And a lot of people just don't think about that, when they're moving to an area. And so, once you get over to East Cobb or even through Sandy Springs, where, a lot of that congestion and stuff builds up, it's almost impossible to have a street like this. You have to have at least 2 streets or 2 roads going one direction and 2 coming back the other way. But again, if you go watch the other video about Dunwoody, you'll see Brookwood Park is up here. So a lot of community, engagement. You do have, some 55 and older communities here as well. Obviously some newer townhomes and stuff being built, but this is really just kind of a good perspective of Dunwoody as a whole. Here's another really good example of a little enclave of homes. There's only 8 homes in here. And again, this is where they tore down, 4 or 5 homes, came in and rebuilt significantly larger homes. Again, just right down the road here in Dunwoody. So anyway, hopefully that was helpful. And as always, if you guys have any questions about Dunwoody or about living in North Atlanta, you can always reach out anytime. All of our contact information is down in the description here. And yeah, we hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.